I'm up the coast from California. California has the Franchise Tax Board, Hitler incarnate. Everything U.S. tax court does, the FTB does in spades. California Code Section 17081 says we hereby incorporate that subchapter of the Internal Revenue Code as state law. It's Section 71 through 90. After a whole lot of thought and calculations, I discovered Section 83 is in that, from 71 to 90. That's called a target. So I'm the only one that knows how to comply with 17081 of the California Code. A bunch of people have flogged the Franchise Tax Board with this, always to no avail. They'll get your money. But it provides proof that you don't have criminal intent. I have a good faith misunderstanding of the law that they can't even prove as a misunderstanding. It's one of the definitions of innocence. So you might even prevent an indictment in a state with the work I've done on federal tax law. So it exposes now state income tax on compensation for services, FICA on paychecks, the Federal Insurance Contributions Act, Social Security Tax Code Chapter 21. Chapter 2, Social Security, self-employed. How did Section 83 operate in your conclusion? I owe any of that. A tax on my paycheck, Chapter 1. They can't even talk to you about it, and yet Section 83 applies to all compensation. That means it applies to 3121A wages in FICA. It applies to self-employment earnings in Chapter 2, Social Security. And it applies to Chapter 1, compensation for services. And they can't talk about it. And if you don't owe Chapter 21, your employer does not owe matching FICA. So with just Section 83A, I can destroy the entire tax scheme as it relates to compensation for services with just one paragraph of law. So all that they get from you in your paycheck is theft. They steal Social Security by ignoring the definition of citizen in the Social Security Act of 1935, Chapters 2 and 21 of the Tax Code, Title 42, Section 411B2, where they say who gets Social Security benefits. Same definition of citizen. It's not me. It's not the citizen of the United States. They can't talk about it. We just had an exchange of briefs in 2017 on the 7th Circuit. The government's top attorney, Richard E. Zuckerman, Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General of the United States in charge of the tax division, civil and criminal. That's the guy I'm writing against. They can't even talk about these statutes, yet they've had the arguments under them since 1993. Now, does that sound like somebody they want on the witness stand testifying on their own behalf at a criminal trial? I don't think so.